I'm a little early because I tend to be an early worm. But hello, hopefully you're well. So I don't know exactly how long this is going to be, but thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're well. Although my name is Mr. Prashad, or Tariq, or whatever, I go by many different names. And if you want to check out, if you appreciate this, if you enjoy this, check out the description down below. We're already off to a not so great start. Okay, hopefully. Hold on. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have started early, but the anticipation, I have to. So originally I was gonna come on at like 6, but here I am. And essentially this is gonna be like a collective check-in. If you're interested, if you are open to it, and if you'd like if you'd like me to answer your own questions, see the description down below. And yeah. So, of course, as usual, please use your own discernment with these messages. Please don't take anything that isn't for you. Do not force anything to fit. If you want to take a deep breath, you can. Stretch. You don't have to, but I'm going to. And if you want to, that might be helpful. Why not do? And let it go. Also, I do have notes, if you didn't notice. So if you see me look down, that's why. Oh shit. First question. What is the main energy that you are in currently? Whoever is open to this, whoever is receptive. The 5 of Pentacles is the card that wanted to slide out the deck. So, whoever I'm talking to, you could be in an energy of destitution is a pretty strong word, but that's what it says on the card. You could be in a pretty rough spot. Now, like I'll say at the end of the video, nothing lasts forever, everything is temporary. So whatever you are going through, it is meant to strengthen you, if you choose to look at it that way. And for some of you, you might be in a situation because you were a little bit too generous with your energy. Only take what resonates. Here's the Death card. So I feel like that could be your energy, that could just be the energy around you. But the Death card is generally about transformation. It's about change, drastic change. 333 I saw as somebody was coming. Hello, welcome. If you're interested in a personal, we'll be doing that afterwards. So if you want to hang out, hi. But yeah, there's an energy of caught in the balance, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if I that's what I heard, but I don't know if that's the correct phrase. Caught in balance, caught in the. Oh my. So there's a lot of pentacles coming out. Pentacles, if you don't know, is about money, resources, wealth, all that stuff. 3 Pentacles works. You better work, bitch. Excuse my language. But yeah, I feel like I'm tuned into somebody who's very, very hardworking, somebody who's very forward-facing. You might be the type of person to always be on to the next thing. And as you might have heard, that's not really a good thing. It can be very necessary to stop, slow down sometimes. And once again, if you are in this 5 Pentacles energy, it could be because of that. It could be because, sorry, welcome to those joining. Once again, we're doing a collective, so won't be paying too much attention to the comments. But thank you for your contribution. Wait, why did I just think of PBS? PBS is brought to you by viewers like you. Anyways, you could be a teacher. Maybe somebody's a teacher. I don't know if that resonates. But what was I saying? Yeah, for somebody here, I feel like you're really learning how to do the boundaries thing. Um, Hello, welcome. This is specifically for people who are open to it, who are receptive, who are wanting the information for their betterment, and ideally the betterment of mankind. But yeah, whoever's open to, whoever's receptive to the guidance. So, just to answer your question, somebody asked who this is for. So, anyways, um, who I'm talking to, you could be really focused on money at this time. That doesn't have to resonate, but it seems like money is a really strong thing. Um, Also, I just got a notification on my phone, so this could also be for somebody who does not talk to themselves very kindly, somebody who is not very nice to themselves. Um, and I heard something, you might not resonate with this, but I heard something like a couple days ago where it was basically saying that, like, there's no reality that we live in where if you're being unkind to yourself, where that doesn't spill over onto others. So if you're not being kind to yourself, it's very likely that that's spilling over onto the people that you're interacting with. I'm not saying that that's 100% fact, but that really resonated with me. Like, um, and the reason why that even I said that is the Emperor is here. The Emperor is Aries energy. Aries is the self, the individual, the personality. Um, and I feel like somebody's really learning how to balance between the self. Sorry, stains on my shirt. Really learning how to balance between the self and other. Um, Especially if you are in a hard place. Especially if you're in a inappropriate. Somebody in here is nasty. Whoever you are, I feel your energy. But there's nothing wrong with being nasty, but time and place. Yeah, somebody's really learning the difference between self and other and how to balance the two. Because I forgot where I was. Because if you're in this Five of Pentacles energy, it's very likely that you're there because you were either being too generous with your energy or alternative, or you were being too selfish with your energy. It's probably the first one though. It's like most likely it's that. But it could be the other for somebody. You were being a little bit too self oriented. Um, oh, and then I see progression or regression. We have 3, 2, 1. Last off. 3, 2, 1. I don't know what the orientation is. I don't know. Left to right, right to left. I don't know. But 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. One step at a time is a message that comes through. Not skipping steps, not trying to rush the process as much as you might want to. Somebody could be in Aries, that doesn't have to resonate. Aries is known to be a little bit of a speedster. So, so what is the main energy? Whoever I'm talking to, whoever this is resonating for, the main energy. Six of Swords transition, the Hierophant, yeah. You're in transition mode, and it might be painful, it might be uncomfortable. Growth is often uncomfortable. It's not pleasant to have to release what you thought you knew and to become a different person. And it's not that you're becoming a different person per se. We could say it that way, but really a better, more accurate way to say that is like you're shedding what does not belong to you, if that makes sense, if that resonates. Six of Swords is also a meditative card, so somebody could be meditating more, taking more time for stillness. Ironically, though, even though this is a meditative card, it is also about travel, movement. So, what is the main energy? This is the main energy. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Six of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So, she's a hard-working Mama Jama, but don't work too hard. So, second question. Once again, I have notes. I wrote things down. So, second question. What are you not aware of that you would benefit from being aware of? So, what are you not currently aware of? What do you need to know? We have the Ten of Swords, despair. Oh my goodness. The Ten of Cups, harmony, total opposites. And then the Three of Wands, vision. What is this Ten of Swords about? What are you not aware of? What are you not aware of? I feel like there's different ways to interpret any given energy, but one way to interpret this, we have the Prince of Pentacles, reliability, and the Five of Swords, defeat. I feel like one way to interpret this is that something that you're not aware of currently is that I don't like split. I'm like trying to figure out which one I should say first. You got some no good dirty deeds. But sorry, I was trying to be funny. You got some no good people in your energy. Like there's somebody that you're meant to trust, somebody that you probably do trust, who is not really good for you. And it might not be that they're evil. Maybe they're not malicious. Maybe they mean well. But there's an energy of defense with the Prince of Swords. And with that defense can also come harm. So there's energy of somebody trying to protect themselves. This could be like an avoidant or like whatever, somebody who's like trying to protect themselves. But in the process, they're harming you. And the reason why you're not aware of this is because it's likely energetic. It's likely a very subtle thing. It's possible somebody is aware of that, but like once again, the question was, what are you not aware of? So, and then the flip side, the other aspect of it is that maybe you're the one who's trying to protect themselves, but inadvertently doing the opposite. You're hurting yourself and the people around you. Only take what resonates, though. Don't make anything fit. But that's the energy that comes through. Somebody having on some sort of armor, some sort of protection, and that armor is also spiked. You know what I mean? So that's something. You know, and if you're not that person, if you're the one being affected, and you realize that connects, that makes sense. Don't panic. Just remember that only you can prevent forest fires. Only you are responsible for your well-being. So, you know, sure, we can point the finger. We can say, you did this to me. You lied to me. You hurt me. But at the end of the day, take responsibility for your feelings. And once again, that goes both ways, I guess. But, like, yeah, sorry. I'm all over the place all of a sudden. Hello, welcome to those joining, to those commenting. Hello, we're doing a collective check-in, so I'm not supposed to be paying attention to the comments, but I'm gonna be polite, say hello. What should we be made aware of? What should we know? I want you to know. We have the Eight of Wands, movement. This has been coming out all day in my readings, and I hope it's not for me. I mean, it might be. I could see how it is. I may or may not have been exercising like I want to. So maybe that's what that's about. But generally, there's some sort of movement, some sort of transfer that's happening. Maybe you're also being encouraged to exercise. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I have for that. So next question, third question. Who is thinking of you? This is what some of you love. You love this. You love to be nosy. You love to know what other people think, when it doesn't really matter what other people think, because that's their business. But anyways, what are people thinking about you? Oh wait, no, that's not what I said. Who is thinking of you and why? That's what I said. That's what I wrote. Who is thinking of you and why? Who is it? Who do they be? Prince of Wands, instigation. Ew. We got a trickster. We got an instigator. Ew. Who is thinking of you and why? We have. Okay. So we have an instigator on the deck, on the table, but we also have a supporter. We have Six of Pentacles, generosity, Six of Cups. So there's at least two different energies that are thinking of you, that are watching you, whatever. One of those is a no good, dirty Diane. I don't know how to say that. A no good, dirty damn. Remember SpongeBob? One of them is a no good, dirty damn. They don't mean any good. There's no good there. Just toxicity and but the other person, the other energy, in case it's not a person, because for some people it might not be a person, but for the other energy, they are very good. They mean you a lot of good. They want to like help you and support you, offer you some sort of stability, if you will. Two sixes, two tens, 10, 10, 20. Yeah, this could be somebody who's feeling called to help you out in some way. This could be something that you have been manifesting. This could be somebody, something, whatever, that you've been manifesting, that you've been calling into your reality. And one thing I would suggest to you, one thing that's coming up is like, make sure that you're ready for when it comes. Because it's one thing to ask for something, and it's another thing to be ready for it when it comes. And so make sure you're ready. Ready. For those joining, for those tuning in, hello, hope you're well. I'm not currently doing any personals. So if you'd like a personal, you can check out the description. Click on that little description button and wait till the end of this. And I may or may not pull you cards, depending on whether or not you follow directions. So, love you. Next thing, I'm gonna switch decks. These are lesson cards, soul's journey. So, what lessons? I don't know why I wrote it. What lesson is wanting to be learned or understood and embodied? I have notes. If you see me looking down, I have notes. What lesson is wanting to be understood and embodied? It's not enough to know something. You also have to apply it to your life. So, what lesson is wanting to be understood and embodied? We have grief. Good grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So there's something about taking care of something, taking care of whatever is in front of somebody. This could be you, this could also be somebody else's energy. You have regret. This could be you. Once again, it could be somebody else's energy, somebody, ooh, a lot of yellow. Hold on, I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna do too many of those. We have grief, regret, and envy. Very heavy energies. I'm sorry, my pattern recognition is like going off because I was like, it's unnecessary to say this probably, but I was noticing that there's an E in all of the. I was trying to find it doesn't matter. Over sharing, maybe it is relevant, but that's what I was thinking about. That's where I got lost in the sauce just now. If you noticed, I just went off in space. There's an E in grief, there's an E in regret, and there's an E in envy. Once again, unnecessary information, but that's how my brain works. I know that I cannot change the past. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So, this could have been somebody who was very envious of you, somebody who had a lot of insecurity when it came to you. This could have been a friend, a lover, whatever. It doesn't really matter the semantics, but like, once again, this is somebody. For some of you, this is your lesson. Maybe you're learning how to appreciate things and how to take care of things. That could be a thing, but generally, this is the energy of somebody who is supposed to be learning that lesson. Whether they do learn the lesson or not, that's up to them. But there's definitely an energy of the lesson coming up of like appreciating things while you have it in front of you. Whether it's a car, whether it's a person, whether it's a boat, appreciate what you have, because by the time it's gone, it's too late. Alternatively, if we're going to go in a different direction, though, this could also be, the grief could also be about like emotions, like dealing with the emotion of grief. Like maybe you lost something that was out of your control, and like learning to process that and learning how to deal with that in a healthy way, that can also be an energy. For those of us who know how to treat people and know how to be nice to people. Sorry if anybody in the audience is one of the people who is supposed to be learning the alternative, but yeah, for my people who actually know how to treat people, like that could be the thing. Like maybe you lost a loved one, or like, you know, to death or something, and it's really sad, it's really painful, but you're learning how to deal with that. You're learning how to process and how to utilize that for your higher good. So that's what I have for the lesson aspect of that. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense. Moving on. Moving on, moving on. You won't sing regret. That song's coming through. No time for tears by Little Mix. So that could be, once again, in relation to the grief energy. You could have just went through a breakup, or like once again lost a friend or something. Maybe not to death though. Maybe death isn't involved in that message. But once again, no time for tears. Not in the sense that you shouldn't process your feelings, because you should. You should process your feelings. Take the time to cry if you need to, whatever, whatever. But it's the energy of like, I'm moving on, and you're not going to see me hurt, because why would you? You know. But anyway, next question: what energy are you attracting to your relationships right now, or at this time? Is what I wrote. But I also wrote this twice, I think. Sometimes I'm a little bit OCD, or you could just call me a Virgo. And yeah, sometimes I write these down like 7,000 times. What energy are you attracting in your relationships at this time? Whoever is tuned in, whoever is receptive to the information, what are you attracting? Six of Cups. Similar energy to what I said before. Who was thinking of you? Six of Cups is a past energy. It's about nostalgia. Sorry if I'm like, there's like gnats, and like they're really annoying. And once again, I said this in a previous like thing earlier today. No, never mind. Never mind. I didn't mean to build that up. If you were waiting for me to say something, don't do that. What are you attracting in your relationships at this time? Whoever's tuned in, whoever's. Ooh, we have the Empress, Queen of Swords. Period. You are attracting an energy or energies that are going to help support you in the same way that you support others. I feel like, assuming that you're the type of person to actually like support others, because I'm sure there's cross watchers. I'm sure there's people watching who are not receptive to the information, who are just being weirdos. And no judgment, but I'm very confident that that's okay. I'm sure there's at least one person in here who's just watching because whatever reasons that I won't mention, but I digress. I'm assuming that you're actually here for the information. You are attracting stable, healthy relationships, healthy, stable relationships. And it might take a lot of effort. It might take getting out of your comfort zone. It might take doing things you ain't never done before, but that is the energy that you are attracting. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever is actually like here for the information, there's an energy of like, I hate talking like this. I hate saying talking, but there's an energy of like, I want to say distraction. I could just simplify it and say distraction, but it's like people wanting you to be distracted. Like there's an energy of that. You see, I'm playing with my hair and stuff. It's because the gnats. I don't want them to get my hair. But yeah, there's an energy of like people wanting you to be unfocused and to be distracted. And that's unfortunate. I think it's quite sad, quite tragic that other people would spend so much time and energy doing that. But for a lot of people, that's the type of world we live in. You might have your moments here and there. You might, fall off the pedestal a couple times, but I think you're doing the gosh darn thing. I think whoever I'm talking to, if you're in the right space, the right mental attitude, you know? And I mentioned earlier I mentioned that whoever I'm talking to is the type of person who may or may not be a sort of workhorse. He might be the type of person who's constantly like on to the next thing, constantly, planning ahead, constantly trying to do something, trying to create whatever. And that's a beautiful thing. But balance, like I said before, practicing balance. Like it's okay to have for downtime. It's okay to rest. It's okay. I'm hearing a Taylor Swift lyric. I don't know what song that is, but I'm hearing. I think it's anti-hero. I think that's what I'm hearing. My depression is the graveyard shift all of the people. Sorry, I'm not singing energy right now. My depression is, what is that? What's that thing? I'm gonna just look it up for my own sake. And I'll also probably read it, but it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnight becomes my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. That's the lyric I was hearing. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis, tale as old as time. I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day, I'll watch as you're leaving, because you got tired of my scheming. For the last time. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. So somebody could be realizing, this could be you, this could also be somebody else, but somebody's realizing that they're a little bit more problematic than they previously thought. Now, if it's you that we're talking about, good for you. But also, try to have some compassion with yourself, I guess. I guess. If it's somebody else, then that's their journey. That's their own thing. And nobody's perfect. We all have our issues. We all have our shortcomings. So, maybe you're not necessarily the problem, but sometimes if we keep running into the same issues, we could ask ourselves, what am I doing to perpetuate this? What am I doing to invite this into my energy? Just a question. Well, actually, two questions, but semantics. But yeah, somebody's sleepless nights. Oh gosh, somebody's thinking long and hard about their behavior. And once again, if it is you, be patient with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. I know it's hard. Maybe you weren't taught to do that. I get it. But it's possible. Okay? I hope that made sense. Hope that's helpful to somebody. Oh my god, how did I get there? The question, I strayed off way far from the question. That's so funny. The next question is, what hidden gifts and talents want to be expressed within you? So, what are you not? What part of yourselves are not? Wait, oh my god, I was trying to like synonym those sentence, but what gifts and abilities are inside of you that want to be shared or expressed? Is basically the question. There was Gemini energy at the top of the deck, bottom of the deck. So when I did this earlier and I asked the same question, it was like the energy of communication, the gift of influence. We have the judgment card. Your gift is being judgmental. I'm kidding. Just kidding. But for somebody that's not the gift. Your gift is your connection to higher knowing. This is the universe card. It's technically the world, but in this deck, it's the universe. So once again, your connection to spirit, source, God, whatever you want to call it. And whether or not you're aware of that, ideally you're probably not aware because I said hidden. It's a hidden ability. And once again, the Judgment card is actually a call. Hello. You know, an invitation, if I can speak properly. What is it, an invitation to do? It can be a lot of different types of invitations, but generally, it's an invitation. Oh my gosh. I was going to try to kill a gnat. There was a gnat, and I didn't really think that through. I didn't think that through. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I overthink it. Balance. But yeah, it's a call. It's a call from the universe. It's a call from higher powers, whatever you want to call it. And so once again, your hidden abilities, hidden gifts, hidden talents is your general connection to higher awareness, higher powers. Another aspect could be your love, could be your heart. You could be somebody who's very empathetic, very feelings. When you're not in your head, when you're not overthinking. Sorry, I'm like having a moment internally. I don't know if you, I hope you can't tell, but I'm having a moment internally. Anyways, moving on from that question. What is potentially blocking your abundance? Assuming that you're seeking abundance. If you're already rich, if you're a fat cat, description down below for the tip jar. But what is potentially blocking your abundance at this time? Nine of Swords, fear. Ooh, that's a strong one. Fear. And also stubbornness for somebody. And maybe the stubbornness is like a mask for the fear. Maybe it's really just fear. And you're pretending like it's something else. You're like, no, I'm just trying to be safe. No, you're fucking afraid. It's okay to be scared. Everybody gets scared sometimes. But yeah, we have the Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. For some of you, it could be your friends, the people around you, like friendships, relationships, whatever. For the Gemini energy, mind the company you keep. Yeah, that's a thing. What is potentially blocking your abundance? Yeah, either fear and or resilience. Or not resilience, that's not what I'm going to say. That's what it says on the card. Stubbornness. Your unwillingness to let go of the past. Your unwillingness to let go of what was. Why did I put the quotes around? I was going to say something else. I'm like moving a mile a minute right now. Your unwillingness to let go of what you thought you knew. There's a song that I really like from a movie soundtrack. I've never seen the movie, but Sabrina Carpenter is my girl. I love her. It's called Let Me Move You. And part of the song, she's like, had to let go of what I knew. What the fuck? Had to let go of everything that I knew before. Something like that. Had to let go of everything I knew before. And I'm not saying to let go of everything. I'm not saying that you have to like release everything. And that's so funny because I posted something on Reddit earlier today and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I wasn't thinking about it. I just got a response, a reply, a comment to that. The question was, what belief did you have to let go of before starting your healing journey? And it's gotten several comments, but I just thought it was funny because I was talking about letting go of what you thought you knew, letting go of beliefs, and then synchronicity. But yeah, because beliefs are just that. They are not fact. Even the most concrete beliefs are just beliefs. And when you learn to let them go and trade those beliefs, you grow. I didn't mean to rhyme. Like, for example, letting go of the belief that you're stupid. because you're not stupid, unless you want to believe that you're stupid. That's your choice. Or the belief that it's hard to make money, or life is hard, life is difficult, or the belief that good guys finish last. These are beliefs, and whether or not they are true depends on whether or not you hold them close to you. Did not mean to rhyme there, but um, you know. And I think this can be a very difficult thing for a lot of people to grapple with, because a lot of people want to believe in like certainty and like facts, which, oh my gosh, I'm sorry for my hair. I'm like having a moment with my hair. I don't know what's going on. Um, but yeah, a lot of people want to believe in certainty. And as a person with Virgo traits, Virgo placements, I can resonate with that. You know, I want to know before I take action. I want to know. But sometimes you can't know. Sometimes you're not going to know, and that's okay. You have to be okay with that. Or you could keep running the hamster wheel and keep feeling stuck. Either one. The choice is yours. I kind of veered off again. What is potentially holding back or blocking your abundance? That was the question. Somehow we got over to there. So for some of you, it might be beliefs. It might be some of the things that you're believing in, some things that you're like emotionally investing in. We have the Virgo energy, Hermit. What is blocking your abundance? For some of you, isolation. Not all of you. Whoever happens to be watching. But there's definitely an energy of isolation. And feeling like you know it all. That's an energy. That is something that is blocking the abundance that you seek. And also, I said this last time I mentioned abundance. Abundance is not just money. A lot of people hear abundance and they think money. It's not. No. Abundance is also opportunities, connection, resources. Like, it's not just money. So, but yeah. Those are the strength card, Leo energy. Happy birthday to Leo, I guess. For some of you, what is blocking your abundance is holding on to the past, which is similar to a belief thing, but slightly different. You know, maybe something was working at some point, maybe something was. Maybe something was helping you to like achieve what you were trying to achieve. Whether, I mean, once again, it could be money, it could also be other things. Maybe you're looking for validation, I don't know. But maybe something was working and now it's not. Maybe you used a particular pickup line, it doesn't work anymore. The times have changed. Get with it, old man. Oh my god, now I'm thinking of that SpongeBob meme. How many times do we have to tell the old man? And then they beat him up or whatever. I don't know why that imagery came to my mind, but that's what I was thinking of. Get with the times. Anyways, moving on. What does your intuition want you to stop ignoring? This is going to be a heavy one. I don't know what's going to come out here. I don't know. And then after this, there's one more question, and then I'm going to wrap this up. What does your intuition want you to stop ignoring? Sorry. What is your intuition? Stop ignoring. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. What is your intuition want you to stop ignoring? That's so interesting, the cards that are coming out. What is your intuition want you to stop ignoring? The Nine of Pentacles, which is a very favorable card. I'm having a hard time translating. What is your intuition want you to stop ignoring? Immediately I want to say, but I feel like this is wrong. That's why I'm hesitant to even say it. But I feel like for some of you, your intuition wants you to stop ignoring the fact that you are abundant, are prosperous. Okay, I guess. Because I'm kind of getting the imagery of somebody who doesn't really recognize, doesn't really embody the energy that they are carrying. Does that make sense? Like, this is a far-fetched example, but somebody is like sparkly and glittery, right? Somebody's very flashy, like very hard to miss. And it's like the energy of like, stop ignoring the fact that you are sparkly and glittery. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting message. I wasn't expecting that sort of message. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, somebody's really, really awesome, really beautiful, and hard to ignore. Sue Me, Sabrina Carpenter is playing in my head now. I guess somehow to pick up the jaw of the phone. I'm sorry, I'm not in the energy of singing. My voice is not primed right now. But yeah, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, like you are a specific sort of energy, and like I feel like you are kind of trying to ignore that. You're trying to like not recognize that for whatever reason. And I could imagine the reason. Maybe you have been punished, have been shamed out of embracing with that side of yourself, you know. Um, yeah, because I'm kind of getting the energy of somebody who like is very pretty, very charming, very smart, very witty, very funny, and they might surround themselves with friends, with people who, oh god, that's really sad. Somebody whose friends are only there really because of like the aura, because of what you're providing. Um, and I feel like in the back of your mind, you know that, but it's like you're also not really like. And I'm not saying that you have to defriend everybody. I'm not saying you have to block people, or that's not. But like, I feel like your intuition is wanting you to not ignore the fact that like there's gnats. That's what they want you to. Sorry, once again, there's gnats. It's really annoying. But I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who's going to resonate with this or who's going to tune in. But if anybody has any remedies for gnats, let me know. I've already done a lot of research, but yeah, no, seriously, back to this. I'm gonna pull more cards and see what comes out. What is this about? Or maybe a different message, whatever. Three of Wands, vision. Harry Potter references coming to mind. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but it's coming to mind. You're a wizard, Harry. Whoever I'm talking to, I feel like you're a lot more powerful than you want to give yourself credit for. That's kind of the energy. That's the message. Like you're got there. You're more powerful than you want to believe. You are more influential than you want to believe. Um, and I feel like once you start embracing that, you'll definitely see some positive shifts in your personal relationships or whatever, or maybe in your general life, your career. I don't know, but like recognizing that you are Nine of Pentacles, which is one step away from the Ten of Pentacles, which is ultimate luxury and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I'm being way too expressive. Um, but yeah, whoever I'm talking to, whoever this is resonating for, you are a doll. You are a bag of chips and then some. And I feel like you're really being asked to like embrace that on some level. It doesn't mean that you're better than anybody. We shouldn't have that mindset, but you're better than the average bear. I'm kidding when I say that because that still implies superiority, but you know what I mean. Hopefully, you know what I mean. If you don't, then this isn't for you. But yeah, final question, and then I'm gonna close this out. Hello, welcome to those joining. We're just closing up a collective check-in. So, what blessings? Oh, blessing singular. Last time I said plural. I don't know why I did singular. What blessing singular is already unfolding in your life? What blessing is already unfolding in your life? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Feeling grounded in your intuition, feeling grounded in your knowing. Well, if you see me like touching myself a lot, there's gnats, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. I didn't have any issue with this last time that I recorded, but I am now. It's not even that bad, but like I'm just paranoid about them existing in my hair. Anyways, what blessing is already unfolding in your life? It definitely seems like an energy of clarity, an energy of intuition, and feeling grounded in that, not like paranoid intuition, not paranoid. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference between like paranoia and clarity, and oftentimes they can be confused. Psychosis is a thing. I've been through it several times. It's a dangerous thing, but I don't think that's what it is. I feel like it though now, because how edgy I am, but maybe I need a bath. I showered today, I promise. Or yesterday, I don't know. Anyways, focus. Yeah, whoever I'm talking to, you're definitely moving forward. You're definitely moving on from things that have been not very pleasant. And it's beautiful, it's awesome. And I do see partnership, I guess, if that's something that interests you. A perfect match, if you will. We have these two horses. I'm not assuming that they're dating, but they're black and white, duality. One's can balance. And then we have the King of Wands, Queen of Cups. So that's a thing. 10 of Cups. Harmony. And if you're the type of person who likes to wait for other people's karma, I guess we could say that's a thing. That's something we talked about earlier in the reading. Somebody getting their justice. So if there's anybody who like wronged you recently, don't worry, it's gonna be handled. Don't you worry though. You forgive, you find forgiveness, you let it go. Release it. Let it be what it was, okay? And learn the lesson that you need strong boundaries, that you need to protect your energy. But it's gonna be taken care of, I promise. And meanwhile, you getting your happy ending. Just kidding, there's no such thing. There's always gonna be some sort of issue. In life, that is what life is. Ups and downs, trial and error. But you're definitely not where you used to be, and that's a beautiful thing. You're definitely not where you started. Mostly because you're not a baby anymore, but also because you put in a lot of work and you're about to be sitting pretty. So remember to stay grounded, remember to take care of yourself. And yeah, hope that's been helpful. That lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. And I'm gonna hang out for a little bit more. If you want to hang out, if you want to ask questions, if you'd like to pay for a question, whatever. The information is in the description. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. I really did not think that was gonna last so long. But here we are. And I started early. Started early, finished early. Yeah. That's what I have for the reading. Once again, if anybody's interested in a reading, or if you have any questions, you can pay for a thingy down below in the description. If not, I'm gonna redirect my focus and do something else. So if you wanna continue hanging out, whoever is here, because it looks like somebody's here. I don't know who's here. I have my suspicions, but I don't really care. Oh my gosh, the amount of songs that have been like bombarding me, I appreciate it. But it's like, oh my gosh, every time something comes up, it's like another song. Like, girl, I want to play contemporary music on here, but then they restrict my video, and that won't be very nice. So, But anyways, thanks for liking a lot. I don't know who did that, but thanks. Appreciate it. If you would like me to pull your cards, if you have any questions or whatever, you can check out the description down below. I really need to stop pulling on my hair. Also, I need to stop showing up early. It's just a habit of mine in general. But I said 6 o'clock. And it's only 6:20 and I'm already done. But I've also been on here for almost an hour. So do that math. That math don't add up. It does add up, but it just, I don't know what it means, but it means something. What does it mean? What does it mean? Anyways, once again, thank you for those hanging out, for those who do tune in with genuine intentions, for those of you who appreciate me, for those of you who join the Patreon, link in the bio, link in the description. I appreciate you for appreciating me. I see you. Once again, I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes, so last call if anybody is interested in a reading or anything, whatever. If not, I'll cry about it later. I said that with the intention of referencing the song, but now I hear the song. Cry about it later, cry about it later. Tonight I'm having fun, tonight I'm having fun. Katy Perry, also, if you didn't know who sang that. That was a really good album. They really stepped on that album, honestly. What is it? Smile? Like, I don't know what kind of witchery Miss Swift does, but like, the last few years, Katy Perry's albums have been awesome, amazing, wonderful, if you're on a spiritual journey. Yeah, I mean, technically we all are, but not all of us are aware of that. Some of us overly identify with the human experience, you know? But I digress. I don't mean to say that judgmentally. I'm just saying it is fact. Some of us don't realize how spiritual we live, how spiritual things are. They go to work, they eat, they sleep, they do nasty things, and then go to sleep again. I got that worded wrong, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just talking. Just okay. Once again, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off in 1 minute, so I can have an even 55 minutes for the stream. So there's that Virgo brain. Unnecessary. That's not a word. Unnecessary. So, yeah. If you watched after the fact, you're awesome. Make sure to engage with the video. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you want to. You don't have to, but engage with the video. Give me a like. And check out the link tree. Also subscribe if you haven't. And remember, miracles happen all the freaking time, bro. Whatever you're going through is temporary. I can promise you that. I can't promise a lot, but I can promise you everything is temporary. So try to keep your head up. Try to keep your spirits high. Okay? And also, know the truth are never alone. Okay? No matter what people want to tell you, You're not wrong. Okay? All right. Thanks for your time. Okay, bye.